Schizophrenia is a disease of the brain. There's enormous amounts of evidence to back this up. So why does it still feel like there's a difference in public perception of the illness as being different from other brain diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, or multiple sclerosis? And why is there stigma around schizophrenia but not other brain-related diseases? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Living Well with Schizophrenia channel. If you're new here, my name is Lauren and I make videos about what it's like to live with schizoaffective disorder or schizophrenia. If you would like to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe so as not to miss any new content. And also, if you would like to help support the creation of future videos like this one, please make sure to check out the link to our Patreon page. It's in the description below. Any support is really appreciated. Thank you. So the first thing you need to know is that schizophrenia is a disease of the brain. We'll be talking more about this in future videos because this is a big topic and maybe the most important topic to be focusing on in terms of reducing stigma. What scientists know is that there are structural differences between healthy brains and people who have schizophrenia, observable on CT and MRI brain scans. People with schizophrenia have up to 25% less volume of gray matter within their brains, particularly in the temporal and frontal lobes, which are known to be vital for coordination of thinking and judgment. The brains of people with schizophrenia also show neurochemical differences when compared to normal brains. They produce and process neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin differently. We also know that genetics are at play with the development of schizophrenia. Now, the difficulty is that there is no specific identifiable region that is responsible for schizophrenia, or none that we know of yet. Instead, schizophrenia is likely the result of many different areas of the brain and connections within the brain not working as they typically would. I think because of the fact that less is known about the mechanisms behind schizophrenia, that it somehow makes it less publicly accepted as a brain disease. And perhaps when the symptoms of a disease manifest as more physical, such as tremors or difficulty with movement, it's kind of easier to accept it as a disease. With schizophrenia, these symptoms are more observed as psychiatric as opposed to physical disabilities. And maybe because we can't see physical ailments with schizophrenia, there's more of a susceptibility to attribute the problem and symptoms not to the brain, but to the person and their character. This is an issue with the designation of mental illness in general. It is kind of seen as more of a loose, unscientific idea rather than as a tangible physical illness. Now, within this, I think that illnesses such as depression and anxiety are becoming a lot more widely accepted and understood as mental illnesses. However, there is still a lot of ambiguity and misunderstanding when it comes to the public perception of illnesses such as schizophrenia. So while it's widely accepted by the scientific community that schizophrenia is a brain disease, there hasn't been the same level of acceptance from the wider public. And while dialogue around mental health in general has improved a lot over the years, it's mostly been around illnesses such as depression and anxiety instead of on neurodiversity. And that's a problem. People with schizophrenia already struggle with acceptance of their illness, which can actually be a symptom of their illness, anosognosia. And being part of a society where there is stigma about having schizophrenia means that people don't understand it for what it is, and it makes self-acceptance even more challenging. People with schizophrenia are not contagious. They're not bad people. They're living with a biological disease of the brain. And while you may not see a physical disability, it's worth remembering that they are living with and managing a chronic illness, which observably manifests more as a disruption in behavior, thought, and functioning. It's easy to lose sight of this with the current categorization of schizophrenia as a misunderstood mental illness instead of the biological brain disease that it is. If we're able to kind of shift public understanding and awareness, I think there will be more opportunities to open up for how to better support neurodiverse people within our community. More public understanding will lead to more funding and better research, and hopefully better treatment medication. Now, an important point to make here is that we're not advocating to eliminate the psychosocial supports for people with schizophrenia just because it's a brain disease. First of all, psychosocial supports are important for any disease, but they are especially vital for those people whose symptoms are psychiatric in nature. Like I mentioned before, this is a topic we're going to be exploring more on the channel. Hopefully this video helps you to open up more conversations in your own life and to think about schizophrenia from a different perspective. So maybe this video helped you to think about schizophrenia in a bit of a different light and is more of, a physical ailment and a brain disease. So I would love to know your opinions. Is this something that you already considered, schizophrenia as a brain disease? Are you comfortable with the designation of schizophrenia as more of a mental illness? Or where do you stand within this discussion? Let me know in the comments below. So thank you so much again for watching. Just a reminder that if you would like to support the creation of videos like this one, please make sure to check out the link to our Patreon page. Also, make sure to hit subscribe so as not to miss any future videos that we put out. Thank you so much again for watching, and as always, wishing you and your loved ones good health. See you in the next video. Bye.